This is Libya mostakbal from Benghazi. Welcome to the events of the week. The Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, met in his office in the city of Cuba with the government's Minister of Water Resources. The meeting discussed efforts and the work undertaken by the ministry in providing water to citizens in all cities and regions. In addition to discussing necessary maintenance work for water desalination plants in the cities of Derna, Susa, Tobruk, Turbala, and Al-Dabusika. The meeting discussed ways to complete remaining stations of man-made river projects and projects to drill groundwater wells to provide water to citizens in a number of cities and regions. The Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, met in his office in the city of Cuba with a delegation of dignitaries and a number of social groups in the city of Derna. The delegation called for the necessity of accelerating reconstruction of the city and the formation of a management committee for the municipality concerned with solving daily problems of citizens and providing services to them, stressing the pride and appreciation of residents of Derna for Chancellor Agil Salah as one of the sons of Derna. The Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, was briefed on the conditions and problems facing residents of Derna during his meeting with a delegation of notables and social blessings in the city. Chancellor Agil Salah stressed that the Libyan House of Representatives is following the situation in Derna and affected cities and regions. A few days ago, Libyan House of Representatives held a session to follow up on reconstruction work in these areas and heard a briefing from Libyan government on that. Chancellor Agil Salah confirmed that the reconstruction of Derna is going well, that Derna will flourish, and that he is paying special attention to the efforts of all charitable people and solid social fabric. During his meeting with the Minister of Local Government, Sami Dawi, the Speaker of Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, was briefed on the work of Ministry of Local Government and what it provided to resolve problems and bottlenecks in the municipalities of Eastern Region and 20 municipalities in Western Region, in addition to the work of Compensation Committee for those affected by floods that struck areas and cities of Jabal al-Akhdar. Chancellor Agil Salah directed the committee to continue its work and complete it to the fullest extent, in order to compensate citizens, stressing his full support for efforts made to reconstruct Derna and cities and regions affected by torrents and floods. The Speaker of the Libyan House of Representatives, Chancellor Agil Salah, found Libyan House of Representatives' fulfillment of its national duties by issuing necessary laws and legislation, stressing the necessity of having a single authority in Libya and holding elections after electoral laws are ready that don't exclude anyone and allow Libyan people to choose who will rule them without exclusion or marginalization. Chancellor Agil Salah touched on a mechanism for forming the new government, stressing that this will take place before the end of December, and we will have one mini-government that will take us to elections. Then Abu Bakr al-Ghazali reviewed ways to develop palm trees and olives during his meeting with the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, The meeting, which was held at the ministry's headquarters in Benghazi, was attended by the chairman of board of directors of Palm and Olive Development Authority and a member of the authority's board of directors. The second deputy speaker of Libyan House of Representatives, Misbah Duma, mourned the professor of constitutional law at Libyan universities, Ibrahim Boukhzam, who passed away after a struggle with illness. The obituary statement stated that the deceased was a distinguished scientific figure known for his asceticism, humility, and service to citizens throughout his professional career. The second deputy presented in his statement to the family and relatives of the deceased, "My deepest condolences, asking God Almighty to forgive him and dwell him in a spacious paradise." The official spokesman for Libyan House of Representatives, Mr. Abdullah Blehag, announced that Libyan House of Representatives had issued the 16th issue of Official Gazette, issued on December 5th, 2023 AD. The 16th issue included a law number 30 of 2023 regarding the formation of a general reserve to pay off public debt, law number 31 of 2023 regarding establishment of a Supreme Authority for Hajj and Umrah. The second deputy speaker of Libyan House of Representatives, Misbah Duma, and MB Rahma Abu Bakr, witnessed discussions held by Prime Minister Osama Hamad with a delegation of sheikhs, dignitaries of Tabu tribes, regarding the situation in southwestern and eastern regions of the country. The meeting touched on the file of national reconstruction and reconciliation, aspects of development and reconstruction, where Hamad stressed that the government intends to place all Libyan cities, including cities and regions of Tabu tribes, in its comprehensive development plans, especially since they had previously suffered from marginalization and neglect for longer periods. For their part, the delegation praised Hamad's efforts, affirming their support for the government and the Libyan House of Representatives, praising the role of a general command in maintaining security and stability. The second deputy speaker of Libyan House of Representatives, Misbah Duma, discussed difficulties and obstacles facing scout movement during a meeting held at the headquarters of Libyan House of Representatives in the city of Benghazi, in the presence of a number of leaders of a Sabha Commission for Scouts and Guides. During the meeting, the second deputy speaker of Libyan House of Representatives affirmed his support and that Libyan House of Representatives support the scout movement in Libya. The MB Salhina Abdel discussed with the Interior Minister Major General Issam Bouzeriba security conditions at the Msad land crossing and ways to secure it in an effective way to prevent the entry of illegal immigrants. The meeting discussed conditions for accepting students applying to higher institute for officers, in addition to settlements related to promotion of some deserving officers in the city of Tobruk. As-Salhina stressed the necessity of a joint coordination with the armed forces to enhance security of the crossing and prevent any illegal penetration, while Bouzeriba stressed the readiness of Interior Ministry to secure all border crossings and combat the phenomenon of illegal immigration. The chairman of the Energy and Natural Resources Committee, Libyan House of Representatives, Isa Al-Arabi, discussed with the chairman of Board of Directors of Breg Oil Marketing Company a number of files related to the oil sector. Al-Arabi was briefed on the company's strategic programs and plans, as well as current conditions and ways to solve bottlenecks in the company, stressing his full support for a bigger company, indicating continued cooperation, communication, and follow-up on work progress as required. The MB Sultan al-Mismari participated in the celebration of International Day of Persons with Disabilities, which was organized by the Center for Child Creativity Development and Family Guidance, in cooperation with the Center for Rehabilitation of People with Disabilities, Benghazi, and sponsored by Libyan government under a slogan United in Achieving Sustainable Development Goals for Persons with Disabilities. The participants stressed the importance of supporting, advocating, involving, and integrating people with disabilities, breaking intellectual, environmental, and social barriers facing their progress in society. The female members of the Libyan House of Representatives issued a statement of condemnation regarding what a member of a planning council had done by impersonating the identity of a member of Libyan House of Representatives, exploiting it and working through it for financial gain in illegal ways by communicating with entities and legal persons via social media WhatsApp. The statement stressed the necessity of dismissing a member of a planning council for his job and applying provisions of the law to serve as an example to everyone who dares to violate legal and ethical regulations, praising efforts of responsible security authorities to pursue and arrest this criminal. The MB Ibrahim Zghaid paid a visit to the Children's Hospital Benghazi, during which he met with the director of hospital. During the visit, Zghaid inspected the hospital's workflow, obstacles it faces, in addition to examining ways to develop it and raise its level, stressing the importance of providing all hospital operating requirements, including medical equipment and personnel, praising efforts made within this health facility, which provides its services to a huge category of children in the city of Benghazi and eastern region. The head of the Committee in Libyan House of Representatives, Azzedine Gueraba, witnessed an extraordinary security meeting in the city of Benghazi, discussing the dire repercussions of illegal immigration at a local level and developing effective mechanisms to combat it, with the head of a criminal investigation agency. The Interior Minister, Major General Issam Baziriba, chaired the meeting, which included the heads of anti-immigration service in eastern and southern regions, directors of offices and shelter centers, General Administration of Central Support, General Administration of Port Security, and directors of border crossings. The General Commander of Libyan Arab Armed Forces, Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar, met in his office at the General Command's headquarters in the city of Benghazi with the Russian Deputy Defense Minister and his accompanying delegation, according to what the General Command's office reported. The meeting witnessed discussions about ways of joint cooperation between Libya and Russia. Later last September, the Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar visited Moscow to hold talks with Russian officials about developments in the situation in Libya and bilateral relations between the two countries. The General Commander of Libyan Arab Armed Forces, Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar, met and hosted in his office at the General Command headquarters a delegation of sheikhs and dignitaries of Tabu tribes. The General Commander affirmed the authenticity and courage of Tabu tribes, who constitute an important part of Libyan social fabric, praising their sacrifices and supportive positions in the fight against terrorism and extremism. In turn, the delegation renewed its commitment to unity and stability of Libya and their full support for national project of General Command, praising the real efforts that armed forces have made and are continuing to maintain security and stability. The Prime Minister Osama Hamad was briefed on the work progress of the Ministry of Planning and Finance, Ministry of Economy and Trade, in addition to bottlenecks facing their work during a meeting with the Minister of Economy and Trade. The meeting reviewed ways to control the prices of some food commodities in light of unjustified rise in prices witnessed by some merchants in the country. Hamad issued a decision to control prices, reduce their impact on citizens, and limit their uncontrolled rise. On the sidelines of conference, the Prime Minister Osama Hamad met with the head of Health Care Authority of Arab Republic of Egypt and his accompanying delegation in the presence of a number of ministers. The meeting discussed ways of joint cooperation with the Arab Republic of Egypt to ensure development of health care by sharing international expertise and benefiting from its scientific and practical experiences. The Prime Minister Osama Hamad, accompanied by a number of ministers, opened the activities of Health System Development Conference in Libya under the title For Better Healthcare, sponsored by the Prime Minister and organized by the Ministry of Health in the presence of delegations of international experts in the field of health care from several Arab countries and foreign. Hamad stressed that the conference is a serious step towards developing a health system which will represent a solid base for moving towards better health care, stressing that the government, along with the General Command, Reconstruction and Stability Committee, has taken upon itself the responsibility of changing conditions that health sector has experienced in Libya. And now to the last statement where the activities of Benghazi International Book Fair in its second edition were launched in the city of Benghazi with the participation of more than 60 publishing houses representing 9 Arab countries under the slogan Benghazi Culture, the future of a homeland. Under the auspices of Ministry of Defense and Cooperation with Moral Guidance Department of Armed Forces. The exhibition ceremony was opened by Defense Minister Ahmed Houma, emphasizing that the exhibition embodies government's vision and its rejection of violence, hate speech, destructive ideas, and extremism, stressing the government's openness to the entire world. And now we come to the end of our events of the week. See you next week.